see your war face. Ah! Bullshit, you didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face.
Who's this?
You don't scare me. Work on it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you are not powerful and that we are not the singular cultural driving force for consumers in the country. The Acolyte gets canceled after one season and completely deleted from Disney Plus and the Disney Store, and you're blackpilling? No, baby. Bud Light, for instance, is another great example of us as consumers and we, the customers, actually being able to change culture and to be able to change it for the better. Because everybody wants the brands that we all enjoy and love, whether that's a musician, whether it's a Foo Fighters, whether that's a light beer company, Harley Davidson, whether it's a tractor supply company, Sheldon Chicken Feed, John Deere, Harley Davidson, Ford Motor Company. Doesn't matter what it is. Just do the thing you're supposed to do and leave the political activism for political activists. Put people back in their lanes. Nobody needs to hear what you think if you're a musician about politics. Nobody needs to hear what you think if you're a sports star about politics. And if you're a beer can, we need to hear far less from you than that. If you just make light beer, just freaking make light beer. Bud Light decided not to make light beer, and Bud Light decided to hire activists to destroy their brand. And well, let's go ahead and look at the lasting effect here. Bud Light boycott effects endure. Brand drops to third place. Remember, Bud Light was the #1 beer in America for 2.5 decades. Bud Light has now fallen to third place in U.S. beer sales as Michelob Ultra took its place behind top-selling Modelo, reinforcing the impact of the Bud Light boycott that destroyed its top spot at #1. They also see stubborn losses in sales. They have not recovered, and also a $27 billion loss in market cap. 1.4 billion. That's how much Bud Light lost in U.S. beer sales last year, and the company lost over 27 billion in value following the controversy in the U.S. market, slashed by half since, largely fueled by U.S. retailers reducing shelf space for up to 7.5%. So Bud Light is in a bad shape because of what they've done. They are the example, and everybody is saying, my goodness, we better not go the way of Bud Light. So Bud Light is doing everything that it can to try and right the ship. And what they have done is partner with the UFC, fire all of the activists, and then start creating ads with Shane Gillis, who is a very, very non-woke comedian who's like most famous for his great Trump impressions, in fact. So this side of hiring Donald Trump, this is the best they can do. And Bud Light is back with a brand new ad. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not powerful. Watch this 100% non-woke brand new ad from Bud Light featuring no diversity hires, okay? And like what looks to be actual Bud Light drinkers. Here we go.
Bobby, you've been accused of plagiarizing your master's thesis. If you are found guilty, you will have to forgo the football season. But if you confess, I will make it only half the season. I'll make you a deal. You tell the truth, you can have this ice-cold bucket of Bud Light. All you have to do is confess.
All right, I'll go first. Grease the wheels a little.
What? No.
I confess that I practice my halftime speeches in the shower before games. Professor Wilkins, you want to confess anything?
No.
All right, I'll go for you. Professor Wilkins has been taking karate classes ever since that saxophone girl put him in a headlock.
That was a secret.
Now it's a beer.
Everybody, let's focus, please.
Hey, oh, we having beers?
Yeah.
No.
All you have to do is confess and you get a Bud Light.
Oh, okay. When I order pizza, I use a British accent, and now the girl at the pizza place thinks I'm British, and we've been dating for 4 months.
What?
Whew.
It feels good, right?
Yeah.
Bobby, did you cheat?
What's going on?
All right, I admit
I'm
it.
afraid of horses. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
You can go back to practice, big guy.
Okay.
I got plenty of confessions.
Let me hear one.
I never read any of these books, and I'm really embarrassed about it.
Thank you, guys. Quite a good time, Governor.
That's really bad.
She's falling for that?
I think I love her.
So Bud Light, obviously desperate to try and fix its image, hiring Shane Gillis, U-turn. This was the article at the time of Shane Gillis's hiring. Bud Light, by the way, huge Shane Gillis fan here. Don't know him, never met him, but good on you, dude. His Donald Trump impressions are hysterical, and also he's fired from Saturday Night Live because they found his comedy inappropriate, and now he's back to hosting Saturday Night Live. So I love the revenge arc of Shane Gillis. Bud Light U-turns as on Woke as partners with comedian who notorious for foul-mouthed, racist, and homophobic jokes after campaign starring a trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney sparked boycotts. Dylan Mulvaney is out literally groveling and begging for anybody to pay him money, and they've hired now Shane Gillis, who's most famous for his Trump impressions and for his naughty humor. You know, it's comedy, people. Like, you are aware, right? Like, it's comedy. Like, the goal is we're supposed to laugh at everyone. And that actually laughing at people is humanizing. Go catch Dave Chappelle on this. He's so unbelievably smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, laughter and laughing at and with people is humanizing. One of the best things you can do. The last thing you ever want in comedy is protected classes. So this is the point, right? This is desperate. Bud Light mocked after its new ad featuring Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce. So they initially, instead of going with Shane Gillis, they went with Taylor Swift's boyfriend to try and fix all this. And they released this like cringy ad. This was Bud Light's first ad back of just dudes grunting. A little overcompensating here. Okay, great. Okay, try again. Yeah, try again. Yeah, like the Shane Gillis ad is actually pretty funny. And I'm, again, like a massive fan of Shane Gillis and his Trump impression. So let it roll, all right? Let it roll with that. Will Bud Light ever be able to recover? Well, they've also partnered with UFC, one of the biggest sponsorships in sports history. Apparently, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Partnership with the UFC. Dana White saying that their core values align. I was actually able to sit ringside at the UFC, speak with the guy who runs Bud Light right now. His name's Brendan Whitworth, and it's like a totally nice guy, right? And I think they totally see the error of their ways, and they're trying to appeal back to their paying customer. And this is what I told them, man. I was like, you know, and I'll just be out with it. What I told them is, you should apologize. You know, everybody's out here like apologizing and saying, here's how we've changed our ways. I want to see that with Bud Light. Yes, you should have already been sponsoring the UFC. Yes, Shane Gillis should have already been the guy, your spokesperson. Like, you need to now apologize to the customers. And you need to say that we're never going to do that again. And here's how we've canceled like 50 of these woke agenda items. And where if you buy a can of Bud Light, you are not supporting political activism. That's the thing that Bud Light needs to do next. Bud Light needs to do like a Robbie Starbuck, like sit down with Robbie Starbuck. And I was like, dude, you can come on my show and say all this. Like, you should just come on the show and just say, you know what? Listen, we effed up. It was like this crazy moment. Everyone lost their minds during COVID. We dabbled in political activism. We should have never done that. We apologize, and we want to earn back your trust as customers. And so we're going to put Donald Trump now on a can of Bud Light. That's like the next thing that they're going to do. So that's like, so, you know, I think that like Bud Light, unlike some other companies, like other companies have apologized and like said how they're going to change. Bud Light has yet to do that, and I think that's what's holding people back. That being said, I think there's a bunch of people that will just never ever drink Bud Light again in their lives, and you know, F around and find out, as we've often said on this channel. All right, well, is the new Bud Light ads going to convince you? What do you think about them? It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.